But I was diagnosed as a kid, so growing up, I kind of knew it was going to happen. But 11 years ago, I was living my best life. I was working at Manville, quality control, and the midnight shift got meningitis. But they all got released right away. And I was in the hospital, blood transfusions, all kinds of complications. I didn't even know if I was going to make it out of there. Like, I was having, my parents were bringing my kids up to say goodbye. Like, my husband was taking care of things. I got out, but I was blind, like, just like that. So I was okay with it. I mean, what choice did I have? You know, you're happy to be alive sometimes. And but it was hard. 11 years is a long time. People, when I first got healed, thought it was like a Band-Aid being ripped off. Like, cool, go live your life. No, you can't. For like a week, I couldn't move. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to live on my own. For 11 years, it took being on somebody's arm for a sighted guide to be able to figure out where I was. They had to describe when we'd go into stores or I'd go into church. They'd be like, so-and-so's coming at us from your right, so-and-so's coming at you from your left. If you take 3 steps, you can go to the bathroom or you can go to the church that's going to be about 12. I mean, there was stuff I could do, but none of it was on my own. Even with guide dogs, I worked 2 guide dogs in that time frame, and Kane. And even still, I was knocking people over. Do you remember that ship in the foyer? I had a shipwreck.
She used to hug me like this.
I had a shipwreck right in the foyer. Came right into it, face planted, right there in the middle of everyone. I was like, I'm out. I'm not even attending service. I've been in the men's bedroom. I've been in the men's restroom more, just as much as I've been in the women's. Nobody says a word. They're just like, I get people's feet, all kinds of stuff going on. And oops, can you grab that real quick? But no, it's seriously, like, there wasn't a lot. No, my phone. There was
There's like, I can see still, but give me one.
No, it was a long 11 years, and I was bored all the time, every day. And I just kept begging God. I wanted something to do, a purpose. I wasn't even trying to see. I wanted to be able to do something seeing. And I worked with the deaf community for a while, and it felt fulfilling. But when you can't see, you're assigned to nothing. You're just doing a job, but you're not getting feedback. So I was like, that's my stuff. There's gotta be something. So, I don't know, this came out of nowhere. I was good with being blind. I still didn't have a purpose. I was doing the events team, passing out cookies and stuff. I was good with it. But Tina one day drugged me to FCC. Out of nowhere. It was a 7 o'clock service, and I'm the kind of person I dip out. I don't want to go in places. I don't know how many people are there. I don't want to know who all's there if it's too much information. So I told her, I said, you're not checking me there. I'm not going anywhere. She said, yeah, I'm picking you up at 7. Well, my husband was push. He said, get going, go do something, go have fun. I'm like, that isn't even my church. I don't even know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not doing all that. So I went, but it was boring. There wasn't much happening there, and that's the truth. It was, but you know what happened? And I tell that part because there's so many testimonies that came out of that night that you guys don't even know about. The girl that was leading it had never led before. She wanted to, but she was nervous. She wasn't coming with her A game. We were all kind of sitting there. It was an awkward prayer meeting. Nobody kind of stepped up, but by the end, she knew what she's supposed to do now. She was on fire. Another woman, she came, she was about to quit the church altogether. This was her last time coming. So there was a lot of different testimonies that night, just leaving, that you guys don't even know about. But they prayed over me. My friend prayed over me because she had a finger healed. She was supposed to lose her finger, amputation. She prayed over me to be able to see, and I was kind of like, I mean, nobody in this room knows that this is a permanent thing. So I was praying over them. I'm like, don't let them lose their faith. They don't know. Let them be strong. Like, let this not be a big deal. But it's a lot of pressure when you're blind or in a wheelchair and we're praying over other guys in the church. That's a lot of pressure because you're sitting there and you're the only one that's okay with it. Yeah. So in that moment, I opened my eyes. I went to grab her. I have a snap the cane and I'm ready to go. That means whoever's babysitting me. we're ready to go. I snap the cane, nobody's moving. I'm like, okay. So I snap the cane again, nobody's moving. I'm like, come on, I'm ready to go. So Tina takes me in the bathroom, but as I turned my head, but I didn't know other people were still praying. Other people were still having their own moments. Okay, they stayed there. I went like this. As I turned my head, I had a little triangle of light. I went to the bathroom and I told Tina, I said, something's wrong. There's light coming in. This light eye was total dark. This one I can only see out this much. Not usable. And I said, there's a triangle of light, Tina. And she said, I don't see anything. And I was like, look, something's wrong. It felt like by the time I left there, then I went back and I said, you know what? I'm sorry. I had what I said, what I felt, but God's told me to stay and to do it again. So in that moment, we all just kind of laid it out there. Everybody that was going through something spilled it. So we prayed all the way around the room. I ended up leaving that night with light in my left eye. It was real foggy, like looking through a cloud. Couldn't see anything out of it, but I had light for the first time in a long time. Next day I got super sick. My brain just couldn't process. My eyes couldn't process. Couldn't tell where I was at in space. Was nauseous all day, like puking nauseous. Like couldn't hold nothing down. That night I was sick. My husband said, well, what do you want to do? And he was kind of like at the point where he was like, I really don't want to have to go sit in an emergency room. I mean, he's not a jerk, but he's kind of like, I don't want to go sit in the emergency room all night. So like, you want to try prayer? I was like, yeah, I do. So 6 a.m. came around, I went, she was waiting for me, and I mean, you know what happened from there. I don't even know what happened. It happened so fast. You want to tell your part?
Yeah, it was, Pastor Justina asked, she said, all of you that are here for the 6 a.m. prayer, I want you all to come up here, and we're going to lay hands on Amy, and we're going to pray for her. And she's like, a lot of people kind of felt nervous about coming up because they were like, I don't know, I mean, we're not on staff, we're not like whatever. She goes, no, no, you've been here for 6 a.m. prayer, you got faith, it's 21 days, come on up here. So I didn't even know her at the time. So I just went up, I said, I'm praying for a blind girl, okay. So I get up there, she's rallied. I mean, there's so many people around, to the point I couldn't see her anymore because there were so many people. And if you think about the 21 days of fasting everybody was doing, the faith that everybody had, and everybody everybody
had like, what, 2 days left?
Oh my gosh, it was crazy.
I've been fasting.
Yeah, and then we laid hands on her, and then it was just like,
it wasn't a quick prayer.
Yeah.
It wasn't a quick prayer. I mean, when I say they prayed and they prayed and they prayed, was anybody else here that morning? No, it was just you guys. Just us. When I say they prayed and they prayed, they did not, the other one was very calm, very relaxed, it was slow, and they kind of, okay, leave it up to God and God's will. This was hard. I mean, I'm talking instant tear. You know what I'm talking about when you get hit, and you get hit now, and they didn't stop. I mean, they were taking stuff out of me, putting stuff back in, rebuilding it. I mean, it was a whole thing. But,
come on.
And it kept trickling throughout. There was other people that left there that day to heal too.
They got healed.
And we didn't even find out about it later.
Jesus.
So.
Thank you for sharing.
Come on.
Jesus.
Jesus.
That morning, a matter of fact, I left out of there. The moment she came up to me, she said, she took her hands off. She said, open your eyes. But I didn't want to because there was this warm pulse, like it felt like warm water flowing through my eyes that just kept pulsing. For a whole 2 weeks, I had bloodshot in my eyes, and I could still feel that pulsing for 2 weeks. And it's not even like I have new sensitive eyes anymore, but in the beginning it was. The sun was hurting it, everything was so bright, but yeah, she looked at me and she said, I'm not stopping praying for you until you can see every wrinkle
Come
in my
on.
face.
Hallelujah.
20/20 vision, full color. I was colorblind since
Wow.
since birth.
Come on.
I drive here. I drove it. 2 days I learned how to drive.
Hey, I'm gonna probably at the end have you lay hands on my eyes. Seriously, so I've been believing the Lord for healing.